Breaking news. Chief Judge in Rivers transfers Amaewhule's defection case to a new judge. Hi guys, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Now, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Honorable Justice John Tusho, has ordered the transfer of cases challenging the defection of 25 state lawmakers in Rivers State from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress. The case have been transferred from the Federal High Court for Port Harcourt, presided over by Justice Stephen Palm, to Court 2, headed by Justice E.O. Obeli. The transfer order came after a petition by Honorable Martin Amaewhule, a defendant in the matter, requesting that the case against him should be transferred to another court. And this case involves a suit filed by the both party and civil society organizations in the state, challenging the defection of Martin Amaewhule and others to the APC. Recall that on Monday the court had resumed hearing but was confronted with Amaewhule's petition addressed to the Chief Judge seeking the case reassignment. Justice Palm, the presiding judge, read the petition in open court but noted that Amaewhule prayed for the CJ to stop hearing the petition and the process. So, my country people, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John, has ordered for the transfer of these cases challenging the defection of the pro-Wike lawmakers in Rivers State from the PDP to the APC. So you see that ever since these pro-Wike lawmakers decamped from the PDP to the APC, it wasn't even up to 3 months or 2 months thereabout. They started saying, oh, they are not members of the APC again. That's, just because they want to go back to their previous position. And the governor have already said, you decamping from the PDP means automatically your seat have been declared vacant. So they realized their mistake at a very late hour. But it was too late to come back, and then they took the matter to court. They approached the court so that the court could hear their petitions, and the court kicked them out few months after, noting that they are no longer members of the PDP. Even when they tried making some laws in the state by saying they would extend the tenure of the local government chairman to 3 months, who gave them that right to make such laws? I mean, they are no longer lawmakers, so their say doesn't have any power, nor does it have jurisdiction. So all their laws they've been making was declared void, null and void in the courts. And now look at Martin Amaewhule. He's asking that the case against him should be transferred from the Federal High Court, in Port Harcourt, presided over to Stephen Palm, to Court 2, headed by Justice E.O. Obeli. And the CJ have ordered the transfer of the case following a petition by Martin Amaewhule demanding that this case should be transferred. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? I wonder why Martin Amaewhule is calling for the transfer of this case. I mean, how does he get to clear the case against him? How does he get to, help him? What does he seek to achieve at the end of the day by informing the court to transfer this case? Does it mean that the new court that he wants to approach, does it mean that he has someone there that can, help him and speed up the delivery of judgment in that court? But then I wish they know that they have nothing and they are fighting for nothing. Their tenure has ended. In fact, they are no longer lawmakers. This is just the last kick of a dying horse. There's nothing you can do anymore. There's nothing the pro-Wike lawmakers can do. They cannot do anything again. Or do they want to take this case to the appeal court, or do they want to take this case to the Supreme Court? I mean, at this point, the Nigerian judiciary transferring this case, I don't really know what they seek to gain by transferring this case from one court to another, because this would hinder the credibility of this court process and the transparency of this court process, as Amaewhule is demanding for the transfer of this case. So my country people, Amaewhule is Nyesom Wike's right-hand man, Wike's ally, who championed these lawmakers to defect to the PDP so that they can have an upper hand, to defect to the APC, I beg your pardon, so that they can have an upper hand in impeaching Governor Fubara. But only God that saved Fubara. He barely escaped that impeachment moves. And ever since then, Martin and Amaewhule's group have not rested. They've been fighting Fubara's government here and there, trying to do everything possible to make sure that Rivers State doesn't experience peace. And it is quite unfortunate that they are doing all these things just because of a directive from someone that is not the governor of the state, for someone that doesn't want to see the progress of Rivers State, irrespective of what's happening between that person and his political godson, which is totally out of place. But what can we say? These guys are just being used as puppets. They are playing the game of another person. And they don't know that at the end of the day, they are hurting themselves more than they think they are hurting Governor Fubara. No, but my advice to Governor Fubara is to heed to the advice of those that have been telling him that he should try as much as possible to maintain the peace in the state, avoid problems. I mean, he should put the people of Rivers State first. That is his main duty, looking after the welfare of the people of Rivers State. And it is so bad that it has gotten to a point whereby these local government councils are being shut down as a result of these things. Now, people are not able to go to work. I mean, some things have been halted because of all this crisis in Rivers State. And I really hope that the governor can, get to look for a permanent solution to the crisis in Rivers. So, guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.